Okay, good evening, everyone. Very exciting to be back here and opening our 2025 season, our 10th season with the Orlando Pride, and such a historic night to celebrate our double last year, the supporters and the cup. So real exciting to be here. It's just a tribute to our fans, our players and coaches who really proved it last year. And so it was very exciting. Great to see everybody here tonight, and really excited about kicking off the season. We came in 2021, certainly our top goal always is winning championships, but it also involves a great community, our great fans, making the fan experience as good as it can be. We have great upgrades here in the stadium. We love having a great crowd here tonight. Upgraded sound system, food offerings, so many great things for the fans to enjoy. And our goal has always been to win championships, and thankfully with Haley Carter and Seb Hines and the entire crew, we've developed the kind of squad that's going to compete for years to come and win championships. We have players like Marta and Barbra Banda who are both in the FIFA World 11. So we have the top players in the world here and a great supporting team, and the sky's the limit, and we can't wait to see what unfolds here in 2025. In the pregame tonight, there was so much seeing those videos, seeing the joy in all the faces, the players, the coaches, and our fans. It just motivates us to win more, to bring championships to our fans, to the club, to the community. And so it drives us every day. And I know we were hard at work right after the championship game. We went right to work, and we've built an even stronger squad, we think, for this coming season. One thing with Haley and Seb is they're not going to rest on laurels, so they were hard at work bringing in top players. We've brought in some additional players here this year, and of course we have a great base in the team we have, and also bringing back players that were out for a good chunk of last year. So seeing them out on the pitch tonight and playing hard has been really rewarding to see all that hard work and thought pay off. But no one's ever resting on laurels, because we know as much as we sought it last year, now we're the sought after, and everyone's coming out giving us their best, and so we know we have to be at our best to beat them. We've got our hands full with the Vikings, of course, and here in Orlando with the city and Pride, and so of course Orlando's a great community, great business support that we've experienced. So. We're all supportive of building the community and giving fans entertainment options, and that's what we're trying to do here every day with the city and the Pride. I think this league, the NWSL and Commissioner Berman and the entire team, I'm so proud of where this league has come in these past few years, and I know it's going to continue to grow, continue to accelerate. We know the ascent of women's sports generally, but the NWSL has the best players in the world, the best product, the most competitive. Every team is competitive, and we're expanding in the proper way. So all of that combines to great fan experience, great future, and we're excited in our 10th season that the trajectory is going to keep going up.
McCutcheon here. First of all, congrats on the win, scoring the first goal of the season. Just your initial thoughts on the game and your performance.
Yeah, I mean 6-0. What's not to love about that? I think something that we talked about going into the season was just playing a full 90-minute performance, and I think we got off to a good start doing that.
Good, Austin.
Haley, crunching the numbers, you've scored the fastest goal in Pride history in a home opener.
Wow.
And you've also scored 3 goals in your last 4 games played with the Pride. Just walk me through what's kind of like worked in, like, obviously in the playoffs and now leading into the regular season. You found your scoring boots.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think that with the special players we have and their qualities, they take a lot of attention from defenders. And so if I can find myself getting those opportunities, I just feel like I've been at the right place at the right time and made the most of it. So I want to continue to do that.
It seemed like the team was just hitting on all cylinders tonight, and they kept pushing for more. What was about this game where it was almost like a precedent setter for the rest of the season of getting off to such a fast start and tying the most goals you've ever scored in a game?
Yeah, I think that's huge. I think scoring goals is usually the last thing to come as we're, going through preseason and finding ourselves in the first match. So to get 6 right off the bat is really good to kind of get in a flow. That's something that we've worked really hard all preseason doing, and so we want to just be more dynamic on all fronts, and obviously we did that. And if you score 6 goals, it's going to be tough to lose that game. So we're feeling good about it.
We're to Nathaniel.
Back here, with this being the celebration of last year, the banners, the championship memories and everything, how important was it to still come out and have a dominant performance for this season and doing it in the fashion that the team just did it?
Yeah, we don't like to talk about outside noise, but there's been a lot of talk about who's going to win the Shield this year, who's going to win the championship, and we've not really been in that conversation, which is hilarious to us. So that definitely lit a fire under us on top of, having the banner celebration tonight and starting off, if I was Chicago, I don't want to see those 2 banners going up, as we begin our game. So, it was really important for us to come out on the front foot and prove that you can't overlook us this year either.
Go to Luis.
Hi, Haley. Congrats on the win. Obviously, the Pride are very strong win. What do you think you attribute this win to? Something special you guys maybe did in training? Thank you.
Yeah, we've talked about being a little bit more patient when we get the ball up in the final third and just picking our moments, and I think that we did that. I think we had a lot of sustained possession in the final third and made them work. I think we could have had even more goals. I think that if we just keep that focus, find ourselves, onside in those dangerous moments and continue to, again, just make them work and exploit their unorganization, then I think we're going to be good.
Tori, do you have a goal for this season, and how confident are you to achieve that goal for this season? Thank you.
Yeah. Individually or as a team? Oh, I think I want to just be a more complete player. I want to get on the score sheet. I want to get up in the attack and create and kind of build off of my defensive, just dominance, I think. I think that I kind of am that stabilizer in the midfield, and I want to be able to, showcase other attributes. So that's my goal, just to help the team win. I mean, if we can do what we did last year, then I will be very happy.
Now to Austin.
Haley, you kind of mentioned just having the distribution of players and everybody stepping up, and obviously Barbra is going to be the one that a lot of people kind of key in on.
Yeah.
How much do you feel that just now that she's had that year under her belt last year, it almost opens up more space for everybody else because of how dangerous of a threat she is?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's huge. I think that you cannot ignore her, and as she continues to develop, I talked a lot about it last year, she's just getting better and better, and she's going to keep growing her game, which is going to be really exciting to be a part of. Not to mention, we have Marta, we have Angelina, we have all of these amazing players, Ali Watt, that are really, really dynamic going forward, and so, yeah, it's really fun, and we're going to just hopefully keep getting better as the season goes on.
Good. We'll go to Sean.
Seb talks a lot about starting and ending halves strong. Can you talk about how important that was tonight to be able to score at the beginning and end both halves?
Yeah, I think starting off early was really, really important for us. I think as you look back at last year, that was a huge driver for us in most games. I think we scored in the first half and went in, up at halftime, which is a huge confidence booster. I think tonight coming in at 2-0 at halftime is always, kind of a weird score line. And so to start off, I think we scored in the first 2 minutes of the second half. So again, just when we come out on the front foot, not only from half to half, but, dead balls, things like that, we've really just tried to lock in on, we call them big five moments. So if we can stay locked in those moments and exploit the other team, then yeah, we're doing our job and we just can't shut off when those times come.
We're going to go to Jeff on the Zoom and then Luis to end it.
Hey, Haley, Jeff Kasuf. Just continuing on Barbara, maybe just the goals specifically, and that first one especially. Just what did you see? What did you make of, that incredible turn? And I don't know if you have new words for what she's doing, but those goals specifically, what are in your view?
Yeah, I mean, I told her I don't know what goal it was that she created, the opportunity. She did a lot for the goals leading up to her first goal. So I told her, keep making those runs, keep being, threatening in your press, and it's going to come. I was like, let's get you one. And then she got two. So that's Barbara for you. But I just saw her, it took a good bounce for her and she's in. And I think I was celebrating long before the ball even went in the back of the net because I know she's going to put it away. So yeah, really proud of her and just glad she's on our team.
Luis?
I wanted to ask you how special was to seeing the banners being hung at the top of the wall, and obviously how special it was today to see the stadium, was really loud and cheering you guys up. And is this setting a good expectation towards what's coming next? Thank you.
Yeah, I think, the banners are, Kylie and I were looking at them, they're so beautiful. But I think what's even more beautiful is seeing those fans out there. I don't know how many we had tonight, but it was absolutely electric, and I think one of the biggest crowds I've seen since I've been here. And so I'm so glad that we were able to put on a show and entertain them tonight. And yeah, I think this is the start of a really special season.
Yeah, it's a good start to the year, especially with the celebration at the start and the banners and the trophies being in front. It's always worrying because obviously that's in the past and that was all that we achieved last year, and trying to flip that mindset of the task at hand. And obviously priority was winning the game tonight and getting off to a good start. And I thought we played some really good football. I thought we were defensively pretty solid, and to score 6 goals in NWSL is a massive achievement. So it's been a really good day for all of us.
Awesome.
Seb, I know you probably haven't spent too much time thinking about it, but just seeing the banners go up in that moment to know what it means for this city to have that hanging in the rafters, just what does that mean for you?
It's great. It's, again, an incredible achievement to get both the Shield and the Championship. It's incredibly difficult as well in this league, the parity between the teams and all the challenges that come along with it, but to do that for the city, I always said we always wanted to give back to the city and bring a championship to the city, and as a representation of what we did last year, to see the banners in our home stadium is great for us. But again, that's in the past. We're looking forward, we're looking ahead, and again, it was a really good performance tonight, and we continue that momentum that we started last year.
We'll go to Luis and then Sean.
Coach, congrats on the win. This 6-0 win marks a very good performance against a strong Chicago side. What do you think was a tactical adjustment or preparation that allowed you to just have this massive performance tonight? Thank you.
I think motivationally, we had the disappointment of last week of not winning the Challenge Cup. We used that as motivation. It was, you don't want to go through those feelings too often, the feeling of disappointment and another team celebrating. So we made a statement today that we were going to go after it. We put immense pressure on Chicago. Getting the early goal definitely helped. And then we were relentless throughout the whole game, from start to finish. So, yeah, great performance, great attitude, great mentality. The team, doing it together as well is, inspiring to see. It wasn't just one individual performance, it was a collective effort from everyone.
Sean?
You've talked a bit in the past about the dangers of a 2-0 halftime lead. Can you talk about the importance of getting that quick goal in the second half and also the ability to score in most of the big 5 moments of the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's renowned that 2-0 is always a dangerous scoreline. That next goal is vitally important, and so we talked about that at halftime with the team, that we have to continue our momentum, our aggressive nature, and like you said, getting that third goal so early into second half really kind of put the game at rest, and we could have the ability to rotate and make some substitutions and get players time on the field while still being aggressive and still trying to score more goals.
What, Alonso?
Hi, Coach. How are you? Congratulations on the game. I was just looking, and they didn't put you guys as a favorite for the NWSL, which is a very surprise. Do you think, with this result, you send to the league a big statement?
I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and it's nothing new to us where people have wrote us off. I think historically it's always been difficult for teams to get back-to-back championships. So I understand their opinion and who they feel will win, but we know internally what we're capable of doing, and again, to win both is incredibly difficult. But it's possible as well. It's possible for us, and we know that. And yeah, we all have that same common goal, that we want to win more trophies here. And yeah, listen, people can have their opinion, and that's fine, and they're entitled to do that. But we know internally what we can do as a collective.
We'll go to Nathaniel.
Coach, you talk about the importance of winning tonight. How important was it to not only win in the fashion that you did, but also win on the night, just celebrating the championship, the shield, and having that moment with your fans?
Yeah, like you said, the 3 points were the most important thing. We want to continue to be difficult to play against at our home stadium in front of our home fans. So that was our first objective. It's nice to get goals. It's nice to get players off to a good start, especially players like Barbara getting a couple of goals. So that's also important. But again, as a whole and as a night, to see the celebrations, to see so many fans come out and support these the group of athletes that we have and what they achieved from last year, we want to continue to get more butts in seats and get the fans really behind the players and the team. So yeah, as a whole, it was a great night. I hope people don't get used to 6-0 scorelines too often, because again, it's so difficult to do that in this league. But yeah, the more support we can get, the more hostile it can be for the opposing team. So yeah, I encourage everyone to try and come out and support this team, because they're giving absolutely everything. They're not leaving anything on the field, and you can see that with even tonight's performance.
We'll go third row, and then Austin to finish us out.
Congratulations tonight's victory. Coach, what's your personal goal for this season? Thank you.
To win. to win. Back-to-back championships. That's why we're here. That's why we're in this industry. To one of the last questions, to prove people that we can do it. I know it's difficult. I know it's challenging. Not many teams have done it, but we fully believe that we are able and capable of doing it this year.
Austin?
Seb, just wanted to ask you about Barbra and just her kind of patience and persistence throughout the game. Chicago was, marking her quite a bit, double teaming her, making sure she didn't get any involvement. But she stayed, patient and waited for her moments. Still got 2 goals and an assist, including a banger from 30 yards out.
Yeah.
What have you kind of talked to her just about those moments, especially knowing that teams are going to be keying in on her a lot more this year, and just maintaining that patience, waiting for her moments, not to get too frustrated when they don't come?
Yeah, we had a pretty good chat after the Spirit game last week. Like you talked about, teams are gonna identify her as a player that they need to stop. It also frees up other players and allows them to contribute. But for her, goal scoring is a main priority, and how she gets those goals are really important. And just that anticipation of where the ball may land. Now she can score, incredible goals like her second goal, and I'm never going to take that away from her to have that ability to lift it over a keeper from a pretty substantial area. But there's other opportunities for her to score, tap-ins and getting across defenders and, back to goal, turning, finishing, that kind of thing. And, I think if she continues to add that element to her game, she can really get up there with the goal scoring. But I think from the coaching staff, we've tried to implement all different perspectives. Myself as an ex-defender, Giles, Yolanda, Paul, Scott now, who's our IDP coach. We're all trying to give our input to her to be a more complete striker. And the harsh reality as a striker, you're always going to get judged on goals for all the good play that you may do in a game. And the first thing that people look for from a stats perspective is how many goals you scored. And so it was great for her to get off the mark with 2 goals and an assist tonight.
Just what are your initial thoughts on the team's performance and your individual performance?
Good team effort. We had 5 different goal scores. It was just like everything that we've been working on in preseason came together. Obviously, we were disappointed with the Challenge Cup performance. Well, not performance. Scratch that. With the results, I think we still played amazing in Challenge Cup. So it's just nice for us to get our footing for the first game for the season, and hopefully that will just keep going over into the rest of the season, even though it's really long. But yeah, I'm proud of my girls. We stepped up and we put on a good show today, I think.
Good, Austin.
Haley.
Hey.
Just kind of talking about the multitude of goal scorers on this team. Haley obviously getting on the score sheet at the very beginning. Just having so many players that can step up in those moments. Just it seemed like in this game you had a little bit of a chip on your shoulder to try and prove like, hey, we didn't lose a step from last year. Was that kind of the feeling kind of going into the game?
Yeah, we're just obviously like the first thing we did today was just raise our banners, and Kylie even said it during our speech, like her speech before we go out, saying like, "Hey, we are officially ending a chapter from last year. Awesome, but we're gonna keep steamrolling into this year." And I think we made a big statement this game, and just letting you guys know that we are the defending champions and we are here to compete this year. And whoever is continuously, people will be against us, and that's fine. It just fuels our fire, but we're here to stay. We're defending champions, and we are gonna defend our title.
What was that moment like for you to have those banners go up before the game?
It's just like we didn't get to process what happened last year because we celebrated a little bit, came home for the parade, and we dipped out as soon as possible. But yeah, it's just like it's hard to process the fact that we have that star. We did that last year, and it was an amazing year, but we have to focus on this year now. So it's part of our history. It will always help form what we did, like what we are building on and like what our identity is, but it's not truly who we are, but it will build the foundation of what we are. So going to this year, we're just focusing on this year.
Luis?
Thank you, Ali. Congrats on the result. You had a massive performance on last year's playoffs, and obviously this massive performance tonight. How do you feel your role as a player has evolved within the squad?
I just think that something that we really embody here in this team is just like you embrace whatever role you are. So I know I had a roller coaster of involvement in the team, whether it's on or off the field, whether it's starting or not starting, and I fully embrace that because I'm here for my girls, I'm here for this team, here for this organization, here for the city. So I play whatever role needs to be done. I'm here to step up to whatever role I need to play right now, and I was more than happy to fulfill what I had to do last year, but it just shows that like we have so much talent on this team. There's so much talent on the bench. It's hard. I feel bad for Seb to figure out who the starting 11 is because we have so much talent on this team, and whoever the starting lineup is going to be, I have full trust who it is. and that they're going to get the job done. And whoever's going to step onto the field to sub is going to get the job done because that's what we do here. So it doesn't matter what role you have as long as we all embrace it, and that's something we have embodied into this foundation.
We lost.
Just a quick one.
Okay.
Walk me through your goal. What did you see in the play?
I saw the ball come off Marta's foot, and I ran to the front post, and I just hope to God I don't get punched in the face because I know Alyssa was coming off her line, and we've been working so hard on set plays for the last week, and because we get a lot of corners. We get a lot in the attack. We get a lot of corners, and honestly, we should score off more. But yeah, just I made my run. I keep making my run, and then Marta always puts in a fabulous ball, so I just had to make sure I was in the right spot, and I was.
Kind of going off of that, 12 corners on the night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I was right.
There's a chance that that's going to be happening a lot, like you said. Just how important are set pieces to this team going forward?
Yeah, set pieces are important. I think we draw a lot of fouls. We get a lot of corners, so we need to capitalize off those opportunities. 12 corners, we only got one goal. But if you see the corners, you can see that they were scrambling in the defense. So we need to get more results. Paul always says, and Seb always talks about how, set pieces could, determine a game. So, as Challenge Cup, it was 2 set pieces that determined the game, and then PKs. So, just those are a free cross into the box is what he's always says, so we need to capitalize on those.